Hi, and welcome to the Arsenal Circle. Here to talk to you today about the predictions for the quarterfinals of the World Cup in Qatar. I'm very excited for these ones. These are some very, very good games, some very big games, and the winners of these, some of these games may go on to be the favourites of the tournament, and it's going to draw us down to four. Yeah. So let's just go straight into it. Let's start off with Netherlands versus Argentina. Now, this is a very interesting game because I feel like Netherlands haven't really faced any proper opposition now. So Argentina is their real test. And similarly with Argentina, although they did lose to Saudi Arabia, of course. So this is the time for both of these teams to step up and show what they can do. And, you know, it's their first real, big challenge that both teams are going to face. And I'm worried for Argentina here, actually. I think there's a strong chance that Netherlands could get through this one because Argentina, they lost to Saudi Arabia. They didn't look too convincing against Australia. I know they were the better team by quite a distance, but they weren't able to pile on the goals, if that makes sense. But yeah, this should be an interesting game. I do think, obviously, Argentina have the better team. They have the GOAT, Lionel Messi. They have Lautaro Martinez, although he was terrible against Australia, I might add. Obviously, their defense is rock solid. They have Emi Martinez, and that's not their defense. That's their goalkeeper. He's also good. They have the other. I don't know Martinez's first name. I can't remember it right now. Anyway, and Romero. Obviously, I don't like any of those players, but they are good players. You can't deny that. But I do think it'll be a struggle for Argentina, but I am going to predict Argentina to go through. I'm going to say a 2-1 victory. Again, similar result to the game against Australia, but I think it'll be an extra time. It'll be 1-1 going into extra time, and Argentina will get it as the second half starts in the extra time. That's my prediction. I do think Netherlands, they have a decent chance, obviously, but I don't think this is their time for them, if I'm being honest. I do think Argentina would just squeeze it. Moving on to the second game. Now, this game is actually currently going on right now as I'm recording this. I haven't checked the score. I haven't kept up to date with it. It's only halfway through the first half. And I made sure not to look at anything about it. Not even the line. I haven't even checked the lineups. So this is going to be a completely whatever prediction, right? So Brazil, obviously the big favourites to win the tournament and to obviously win this match, and they have such a strong team right now. Richarlison playing really well. They've got 3 keepers that they can choose from that are all going to be phenomenal. They've got the likes of Anthony, Martinelli, I was about to say Jesus, he's out, Vinicius, all on the wings, able to penetrate Croatia's defenses. But I think we mustn't underestimate Croatia because, again, Brazil have had the same issue as Argentina and Netherlands. They haven't really played anyone of big note, if that makes sense. 4-1 against South Korea, but then in their group it wasn't particularly difficult for them either. They won 2 out of 3 of their games, and they could have won the third if they'd just tried. But they didn't need to, obviously. So, Brazil, this is their chance. This is their chance. And Croatia are kind of seen as a giant killer in some aspects. So, I really do see this game going either way. I'm obviously going to favour Brazil. I do think Brazil will go through. But I don't think it'll be a hammering. I'm going to say 2-0 to Brazil. I don't think Croatia will score, but I think Croatia will hold off Brazil till the 70th minute. And that's when, you'll get your little dances coming out, and I'm sure Richarlison will make the manager do the pitching again. But, I'm going to say 2-0 to Brazil. I do think they have the better team. And, I do think Croatia will put up a good fight, though. I don't think it'll be a walkover at all. That's my prediction. Moving on to the third game. This is the biggest of the games, I would argue. The winner of this is going to be the favourite from this half of the bracket. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very close game. This game, I think, is the hardest to call out of the 4 of them. I think either team could win this one. A lot of it obviously comes down to Mbappe, but Walker said it very well. It's not us versus Mbappe, it's us versus France, and we have to focus on the whole team. It's not like their defence is a walkover either, and Mbappe's not the only good part of their attack. Dembele still exists. Giroud's on fire. He's just broken Henry's goal scoring record. And they just got, like, France as a team in general, like Konate's on fire in defence as well. They've obviously also got the options of Saliba. They've got the option of Varane. It's not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, even Theo Hernandez. I am worried about this game for England, but I think if you don't back your own team, they're not going to win. I'm going to back my own team. I'm going to back England here. And for me, I don't think it'll be an easy game at all. I'm going to go for a boring 1-0. I think a lot of England's games, they're very boring, kind of 0-0-ish games in the first half, even if they don't end 0-0 in the first half. They're kind of them kind of games, and I think that will happen again, and we'll win it. We'll get a goal in the 60th and hold on for the rest of the match, I reckon. But that is a bold prediction, by the way, not predicting France to score with the form that Mbappe's on. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say England to make it to the semi-finals. And on to the last game. We have Morocco versus Portugal. Now, I am very excited for this game. I think both teams have a great chance of going through and doing something big in the semi-finals. But I am going to back Morocco. Now, let me tell you why. I have been backing them since the group stage. I said they get through the group stage. I said they beat Spain. And now I'm saying they will beat Portugal. I know. What is wrong with me? But I think I'm going to be right again. And Yezri, again, I really like watching him. Bonu is really good. You see him on the penalty shootout against Spain, saving 2 of their penalties. I know they weren't great penalties, but anyone that could save 2 penalties, very impressive. 2 out of 3, right? And yeah, just in general, Morocco as a team look really good. Hakimi is on fire. Mazroui at left back as well, really, really looking strong. Boufal, a number of Moroccan players that aren't names that should be overlooked are really performing in this World Cup, and I'm surprised they didn't win the AFCON with the team they have. But now, yeah, it really looks like Morocco could beat Portugal, and I think they will. And now I don't think it'll be a walkover. I don't think any of the games will be a walkover for any team. I do think Portugal have a really good team. I think the main question going into this one is whether Gonçalo Arantes, I think I'm saying that right, I might not be, will start over Ronaldo again. I obviously did get that hat-trick against Switzerland, but they did also get 6 goals, so would Ronaldo have done that if he was there? I don't know. But that's going to be a bit of an interesting one, and whether the system will adapt to Gonçalo Arantes, or whether they will stay with Ronaldo and they'll try and keep their system focused around him, because whenever you're playing Ronaldo, that's what you got to do. But obviously, Bruno Fernandes is having a really good tournament. I think he's been the best player of the World Cup so far. I know Mbappe is a lot of people's shouts, but mine is Bruno Fernandes. But I think this is where they get knocked out, and I do think that Portugal, they have a really strong team, but I think Morocco will just edge it because of the form, and I feel like the fire in Morocco. They will do it. They will get to a semi-final of a World Cup. That's just my prediction. Anyway, let me know what you thought about the predictions. Do you completely disagree with any of them? I've gone for Argentina, Brazil, England, Morocco, and that would be a very interesting semi-final for both sides. Anyway, let me know if you think any is just stupid, and in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.